Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be taking a more in-depth look at Bakugo in My Academia the Strongest Hero, and we're going to show him off in both PvE and PvP, so it should be a lot of fun. Let's just dive into the video. So Bakugo in-game is wearing his first hero costume, or his hero costume alpha, and it's his full hero costume alpha, so it includes the mask and the gauntlets, because sometimes in some My Academia games, like, he'll be wearing his first hero costume or hero costume alpha without some accessories like the mask or gauntlets, but in this game he is wearing his full costume, which is really cool. And his title says all out with the explosion effects around it, which looks really nice. You get that from getting 30 stars in hero rating, just like all the other titles, which is really cool. Taking a look at his card in game, I'll show you where I have him at currently in game. But before we talk about that, he is a power type character, and well, yeah, I guess now we can talk about what I was going to talk about. That didn't take that long to tell you that he's a power type. So yeah, when it comes to his upgraded level, basically his level, I only have him at level 100, mainly because I don't really use him in PvE. If I'm going to be really using him, I'm going to be using him in PvP, if that makes any sense. So I didn't really invest a lot of resources into his level because I'm not going to be using him in PvE. But he is at least at level 100, so that's still better than, you know, nothing. I mean, the max level in this game is level 130, but it does require a lot of resources, so that's why I didn't go all the way up to level 130. And here's his little chibi model. I like the little animation he does. It looks really cool. Going over here, I have him at SSS+, so I have all of his memories unlocked, which are anime stills from the series, which is really cool. Going over to his skills, I have them all unlocked and all at max level, which is really cool. Going over to his energy crystals, I have the entire board filled up, but obviously they're not some of the better crystals. There are a lot of blues and greens. Actually, they're all just blues and greens, so yeah, I didn't invest any of my rare crystals because, again, they're harder to get in this game, and because I don't really use them in PvE, I didn't really see a point in giving him some of the more rare crystals. But yeah, at least his board is completely filled out. Going over to his support cards, I have both of his EX support cards unlocked, which is really nice, and I'm just currently running his recommended 5-star support card setup right now. But like I said in all the other videos, I don't really have a normal setup when it comes to my support cards with these characters because I rotate my support cards around all the time. So just for right now, I have his 5-star, game recommended support cards on him, but just know that I normally just swap my cards around, so this isn't just the normal standard, because I don't have a normal standard. Going over to his chips, I have them all max level, but not overclocked at all. And honestly, all of his chips are really good. This one has power on it and 3 bonus stats. This one has power on it and 3 bonus stats, and this one has power on it and 3 bonus stats. So honestly, these are some pretty good chips. I think the only way I can make them even better is by getting chips with, again, just power on it, but also having them be higher leveled. So I think you can go all the way up to level 5. So, if I really wanted to, I could probably try to push for some better chips for him. But honestly, given that I don't even use them in PvE, I'm really satisfied with these chips, mainly because they all only have power on it plus 3 bonus stats. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the chips I have currently on him. Going over to his talent tree, I have it completely filled up, and I started working on the bonus talent as well. And then going over to his assists, just like all the other videos, these assists just raises BP to the maximum. There's no special assist here. They're literally just there to raise his BP. And yeah, one final thing we have to talk about his affinity. I have it completely max level, so I have all of his chronicles, which is more memories or anime stills from the series, which is really cool. And I also get that stat bonus that comes along with maxing out the affinity as well. And yeah, that's where I currently have Bakugo at in game. So wait, hold on, let's just let the screen load in. We'll let the game catch up. There we go. So yeah, that's where I currently have Bakugo at in game. So let's take a look at him in PvE, and then we'll jump into some PvP and see how different his kits are, if there is any difference. Alrighty, so we're jumping back into Operation X. This time we are starting Chapter 2. So we're going to be going after Hanzo this mission. And yeah, last time we finished up Chapter 1 with Iida, and now let's see what we can do here with Bakugo. So yeah, Bakugo in-game looks really nice, moving around. His dash effect is really cool. Well, I guess that's a sprint, animation, but looking at his dash effect, it's really nice. He kind of flies around. He should have, yeah, there we go, explosions propelling out of his palms, but for whatever reason the game didn't load in the explosions, so it kind of looked a little goofy. But yeah, so Bakugo in game is pretty interesting. He's probably like one of the more different Bakugos compared to all the other Bakugos when it comes to the other My Academia games, because he's kind of like a character that really requires like a lot of like resource management, if that makes any sense, because one of his skills is locked behind utilizing other skills. So you have to like manage your resources well if you want to get the full effect out of his kit, if that makes any sense. But let's just go with this one. So it's really interesting, like compared to other Bakugos, he's probably like the most different in my opinion, which isn't bad actually, because it's cool to have that diversity. Like, I'm glad that not every Bakugo is the same. But yeah, as you can see, his Q ability unlocks after using his other skills, and I believe his normal auto combo. So if you want to use his like main projectile, you have to utilize his other skills to unlock that ability, which is really interesting. It's definitely very different compared to other Bakugos where they have their entire kit like unlocked right off the rip, where this one you have to utilize certain skills to unlock the entire kit. So I think that's really interesting. Let's just do this one. And yeah, we got one more battle with Bakugo. When it comes to his PvE kit, I'm pretty sure there is no like major difference between his PvE kit and PvP kit, minus like damage values. But yeah, we got a vending machine here, so let's see if there's anything useful to buy in here. Honestly, this would have been useful like yesterday, but I kind of maxed out like the last couple of chips I needed to max out, so I don't really need that right now. Any useful buffs? You know what? Nah, we'll save our hero coins. But yeah, I guess we will. What are you doing here? Okay. I guess we'll battle this dude. So Bakugo does get to battle a boss here, which is really cool. And yeah, let's see what we can do here. Oh, okay, so he starts attacking me as the animation is still loading up. But you know what? Bakugo just one-shots him. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure there is no major difference between his PvE kit and PvP kit. And yeah, that is Bakugo in PvE. So let's just acquire our last buff here, and then we will jump into some PvP and talk about his kit a little more in depth, because that way I can kind of show off some combos and you can kind of see his kit in full effect. But yeah, let's just do this one, kind of set up our next character to do maximum damage. But yeah, let's just jump into some PvP now and show him off gameplay wise there. And we're back in the arena taking on the Elite Bot Squad in AI Challenge. Again, the goal is to defeat the entire team with just Bakugo. So yeah, I guess we'll just dive in and see what we can do here. So we are battling the villains again. I could have ran the other elite team that they have in this game, which is, I believe, Deku, Iida, and yaoyorozu, and kind of switch it up. But you know what? We're playing as Bakugo, and Bakugo likes to fight villains, so let's see if we can do our best here and take down the enemy villain squad. But yeah, so like I said, if you want to use his Q ability, which it looks like it's AP shot, you have to utilize his other skills, and also auto combo. I think the full auto combo allows you to use it as well. Yep, so if you want to utilize his full kit, you have to utilize all of his other moves to unlock his full kit, which I think is really interesting. His W ability is a knock-up, and his E ability is a combo extension tool pretty much. But honestly, all of his moves can be like combo starters, if that makes any sense. Like, basically, the W ability can be a nice combo starter because it knocks them up. The E ability also kind of knocks them up, but I kind of like using them, that move for like a combo extension. So like after like the W ability knocks them up, I like to go into using his E ability, and then because the E ability allows me to use the Q ability, then I kind of extend off of that and then finish up with some normal attacks. So I think his combos are really interesting because, again, you have to play around that one move not being unlocked right off the rip. But that one move is actually a really good combo tool, the Q ability, because it allows you to juggle, which is really cool. So if you can time it right, you can kind of juggle the opponent around with the projectile, which is definitely really different compared to other Bakugos who kind of just fire off projectiles. But yeah, I kind of want to show off that combo I'm talking about because, yeah, while the E ability is a good combo starter, I guess, like you can utilize it as a combo starter, I want to show off it as more of like a combo extension tool because I think that's what it's mainly designed to be. like if you do W into E and then into boom, boom, and then you kind of pick it up with an auto combo if you can get the timing correct before the enemy drops from the Q ability. But you basically got an idea of what I was talking about, like the combo I'm talking about. But anyway, I'll just jump into the next match because we were really close to actually defeating the entire enemy squad with Bakugo, but I want to see if I can, well, obviously, one, do it with clearing the enemy team with just Bakugo, but also I want to see if I can show off that combo and show off a little more, like, a high-level gameplay, I guess, rather than just hitting the opponent. But yeah, alrighty, this time we're starting off against Dabi. Oh, I didn't talk about his special ability. So his special ability, it basically allows him to dash in, and I believe it gives him defense up, which is also extremely nice. And if you charge up the entire meter by, I believe, using his other abilities and his normal auto combo string, it basically builds up sweat and it allows his Q ability to turn into his maximum blast without it, like, with his gauntlet. I mean, not without his gauntlet. He needs his gauntlet to do the maximum blast, which I think is really cool. But you do need to build up that sweat. So yeah, as you can see, I'm doing like the normal auto combo. It's building up the sweat down there. I use this. It builds it up a little bit. So you have to kind of like, again, resource manage his special ability bar to utilize it at its full effect, which allows him to unleash like a powerful blast out of his Q ability. But again, that means you have to use his other skills to do that, which again comes back to that whole resource management thing, which I think is really cool, and it definitely makes his Bakugo very different compared to his other counterparts. But yeah, boom, boom, boom. Huge damage there. Let's get out of the way of that. Ooh, nope. You gotta watch out for the teleport. And then do this. Pick up with this. Boom. 1, 2, and oh, okay, we dropped it. See, the projectile is a really good combo tool, but like if you're up against the wall, it will like knock the opponent out of the combo because it's a projectile. You have to hit them with the full blast, and if you don't have enough space to hit the full blast, then you're not going to be able to hit the full blast, if that makes any sense. But yeah, here is his special ability charged up, and he hits them with the maximum blast. Probably not a good idea to use it in a combo because it didn't do a lot, and it didn't obviously operate at its maximum effect because they were outside of like the blast range to get hit by the, you know, most amount of damage the move can hit off. But yeah, again, another really close match, so let's see if we can finish it off next match. So something else I forgot to mention is his E ability has hyper armor as well, which is I guess why my mind has been why my mind has been like trying to keep using it as like a combo starter, because it's got hyper armor. So it does allow you to kind of get in because it will blow past most abilities because of its hyper armor capabilities. But again, I still see it as like a more useful combo extension tool. But yeah, I just wanted to make that note there because that could again mean you can use it as a combo starter, because again, it does knock up the opponent, but also it allows you to blow past most attacks because it has hyper armor. So just keep that in mind, that it can be a good I guess combo starter tool as well. But yeah, there we go, big damage, and get in with the special ability, because again, I'm pretty sure it raises defense, so that should allow you to close the distance and get in to start your combos, which is super beneficial. There we go, boom, and okay, wow, we just kind of missed that. There we go. Ooh, nice dodge out of the way of that. Oh, let's close the distance here. There we go, close the distance again. You're not gonna be able to dodge forever. There we go. Wow, this battle is kind of something that I feel like Bakugo would do in the series. That's kind of crazy how we were just dodging and like trying to catch up. Like, that was actually really cool. Nope. No. Okay, there we go. All right, we're back in control here, which is super nice. And explosion. Okay, I feel like that could have been better, but there we go. Now we just have to defeat Stain. I feel like this is how it always ends, and I'm pretty sure Stain is probably going to kill me. But you know what? I'm going to try to open up with the E ability because it's a hyper armor move, but he was able to dodge out of the way of that. There we go. No. There we go. Keep up pressure here. And, oh, nope. All right. There we go. We're in thanks to the special ability here. And 1, 2, and, oh, nope, hyper armor. And drop, boom, 1, 2. Nope. Oh, yes. There we go. Wow, Bakugo's HP is low. That was a really cool battle. I was kind of just using the special ability to propel around to dodge attacks and stuff like that, but also to close distance, and then kind of just opening them up with, you know, the E ability because it's got hyper armor, and if I had the chance, I would use the W ability to start his full combo, which is, you know, W into E into his Q into, you know, his normal attacks. That was really cool. But yeah, that's Bakugo's kit in PvP, so let's take a look at his plus ultra and wrap up the video. And here we are in the training room, and here is Bakugo's plus ultra attack. It's howitzer impact like most other Bakugos in other macadamia games, but it looks really cool in this game. I love how like the background kind of goes dark and it's just lit up by his explosions, which looks really cool. And yeah, overall a really cool plus ultra attack. I love the boom effect as well. And yeah, that is Bakugo in Macadamia, the strongest hero. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe. That'd be really amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Later.